is Joe Glacius. I'm from Papar. I studied 7 years in Germany, studied
Wow.
4 years in Scotland. I studied another 3 years in Wales, Cardiff. So I'm actually, what do you call, I'm a software and hardware computer engineer, qualified.
Wow.
Yes, and then of course I do some soft skill on learning organization. We call it a learning organization, right? I retired from the government on the grade 54. So I'm quite comfy sitting at home. I'm doing nothing now, but I'm actually, after I retire, I went back to Germany and worked for 2 years, and then I went back. Then I was caught by Brunei government. So I'm actually a consultant with Brunei government for the government Brunei administrative renewal consultant. Yeah. So at the moment
Wow.
it's COVID. So I'm actually home stay in. I communicate from KK to Papar, KK to Papar. So tanam jagung lah sekarang. Okay,
Wow.
so so like this. Okay, I think the three speakers started from the chairman, and then from Big Al Alan. I worked with Al last time, long time ago. Then with Cheryl, I think all the papers are actually very quite comprehensive in a sense. That's my what call. That's what I gathered. That is what I what call I digest. But the only thing, some concern that I think the what we call the framework that you people have come is quite so-called quite very detailed, especially on Allen. Even right, I mean, I think coming from the researchers, I know him very well. So he should have actually captured from A to Z, and nothing that is being neglected. And I think the virtual learning from Cheryl, that is a good thing first. And I think my master's actually on artificial intelligence and e-learning in Cardiff actually. So if you ask me about that and on this thing, I can simulate what is actually the long. In fact, some of the things that I work is already implemented in Wales, in Aberystwyth, in Camru. They call it Camru in Wales. So some of the principle that is already being implemented there. So in a way, from that end, maybe I can contribute some part of the virtual learning, so to speak. But I can build a machine, I can build the software for you too, because that I'm coming from the two disciplines anyway, right? So from Mr. Ken, I think the chairman have actually given quite a very what do you call, very quite more or less like a framework to start from. My only concern is that I think because maybe the looking at the judging on it, maybe the there is insufficient data to do something like to follow on what to do next. Now we only produce a framework. So meaning, i.e., before we go into more detail, we should have actually go into very detail outlining the section, the way, the directions, the mission and visions, and then we build up the trust and how the trust, the meaning, i.e., the THRUST, not the trust, but the trust, the how we have to get towards what we want to do. And of course, there's a lot of overlapping in terms of studies. I mean, kalau kita bising-bising sekarang, even di Sabah kan, even what you're talking about Sabahan, we are talking about small thing. It takes many months to realize it. Now we are talking about region. Regional is composed of about eight big areas, and that is actually a bit ambitious, but it's good, because then if we can throw some what we call ideas, and we can do starting from small, we grow it from there. Yeah, I think the BIM Niaga, the chair was saying, the presenting the papers and the IT, the awareness and IT. Actually, I was still in the government when the BIM Niaga session was on at that time, but then I didn't manage because I'm actually from the Ministry of Finance, actually the Sabah. So if BIM Niaga required money, I will sign for the 10 million, the 9 million checks. That time when I was in the government. So I think to realize that what we want to do is really, as I said, coming back, we should have enough what we call bullets before we go through war. So meaning, i.e., we have this, we have that, everything in place, and then make sure that you don't go on someone's shoe. I mean, nanti kita buat macam begini, dan orang-orang yang lain, agency kah, government kah, local kah, macam Sarawak kah, nanti diorang bilang, oi, kamu buat ini apalah kami punya kerja. So we make sure that we have the gray area, that we don't go overlap what we are supposed to do. But then I think it's good lah. We from the initiative, people bring.
That's a very good advice. Very good advice. Yeah.
Yes, you're bringing home this and that. And then we have to be articulate and then very what you call, we don't kasih kacau orang punya apa ni bang? Orang punya betul. Make sure we don't do that because you, I think the Mr. Ken sendiri cakap yang non-political movement kan. So we make sure that kalau boleh we shy away from any politics. Then how we go about to go into politics is sanalah kita puntau yang 12 langkah, 1,000 langkah kah. It has to be very good. I think Alan Alan is good at I think the political strategy. So he will be a good, nice guy to look into it. A good guy, a suitable guy to look into it lah. So itu je for the time being. I think it's my personal contribution. I mean, for the time being, then we take it from there lah. And then me reachable. If you look Joe Galasius at any of the other social media, I'm using I never use nama samaran. Saya selalu guna nama original. So I cannot be hiding anyway. I declare myself to public that Joe Galasius is the only Joe Galasius that exists in this world. Thank you.
Wow. Little bit about Joe yang saya tahu, yang saya tidak lupa ialah because we worked together in IDS before. Ialah dialah yang I think the first graduate in computer science in Sabah.
Wow.
Malaysia.
Yes. And then
the first guy to go to Germany and learn German by heart.
And then dia bilang dia buat AI.
I speak Spanish, European. I speak Spanish, I speak German fluently.
Mungkin dia yang pertama AI juga.
Tagalog, all this ada a piece of cake lah. Kalau Tagalog lah, Mandarin lah, piece of cake. Don't worry.
Wow. And I think he was instrumental in setting up the Sabah computer
internal data bank. Yeah.
Internal data bank. Yeah. Yep.
My goodness. Not only you are from Papar, you are an expert in everything, and you are also our dream panel. Oh my goodness!
Actually, the only achievement, the biggest achievement I did is I bring the internet to Malaysia with Mahathir.
Oh my goodness!
Yes,
oh my goodness.
I am the father of internet to Malaysia. From Stockton, USA, I bring to Bangsa, then I bring to Kota Kinabalu. First state in Malaysia to computerize is internet is Sabah.
I will definitely connect with you, Joe. I've got you listed at number 5 here. So you see here, Borneo project. This has been around for about 20 years. And all the structure I've been drafting all the time, the structure of the organizations. This is the structure you can see here. I don't know the structure here. I drew this about 15 years ago. And it's funny thing is coming to fruition now. I'll take a picture.
I still have the back room of the blueprint for the Borneo punya development project, social development project from 1999 to 2014.
Oh my goodness!
I still have all in back here in my storeroom.
You're definitely gonna be one of our speakers and our panels. But
no lah, it's okay lah. You treat me as one of you. I think yang paling tua dalam kumpulan kamu. So I'll be like, I'll be walking the walking stick if you call me for some talk or whatever. But anyway, I'm glad to participate.
Yeah, you mentioned just now there was a lacking of detail. Believe me, I woke up 4:30 in the morning to cut down my presentation from 32 slides to 15, 16 slides.
I said, God.
I had 32 slides. So I woke up and I said, okay, cut. And that was the right decision because you all have been bored to death. But that's for another time. My job, peranan saya adalah memberi satu framework sedikit. Memang banyak yang ambitious ataupun tidak terang, tapi that's what
No,
30
it's good.
minutes allows.
We have something to start. It doesn't really matter whether it's a fully bulletproof, but something that you can work on it and then we refine from there on.
Just imagine this. Kalau kita dipanggil terlalu ambitious, just imagine this. If we can have this monthly forum every month for 12 months or for next 3 years, whatever, and then on that we develop a network, and then we develop the data, we achieve a lot of things. Only these things we already achieved.
Yeah, I think the one that you really need to do now, if you really want to have this group, this working, or what do you call this working group, you can start initiating a very small, what do you call, a content management system, which is actually, you can do it within 1 hour to compile everything that with the basic information that you put it in. We hoist it in one server. It costs you very minimal to host it in one of the server within UK, US, or wherever. And then maybe we can, so long to be honest, if you give me all the relevant information that I need, I can hoist it within 24 hours for you.
Oh my goodness. We already discussed this. We are talking about an online directory. It's called the Borneo Directory.
We start something small. Maybe your modus operandi, we open up what we call discussion channel. So everybody contributes every day. So we don't have to go through this Zoom. And then later on, you can actually embed this Zoom software. I can embed it into the apps that we are going to have. No problem.
Terima kasih. We definitely be in touch with you. Okay. Thank you so much, Joe. Thomas Joe.
Yeah.
Ada lagi yang ingin?
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Joe. Thank
We
you, Joe.